and Mayapur, especially during Navdeep Mandal Parikrama. So I was just reading about little more about Maharaj today. So Maharaj hailed from a Roman Catholic background from his childhood, and he was a very devout student of Bible. So he was studying it very, very seriously from his childhood, and he was the one. And he was the one who asked his teachers these questions, that what about karma and reincarnation. So when Maharaj had asked this from the teachers, so the teachers had told that this is unbiblical. Unbiblical means not Christian. And from that, Maharaj was not very satisfied. So he kept on looking to various philosophies, various spiritual groups. So he got associated with various spiritual groups also. Then in one year, Maharaj saw the advertisement of ISKCON in newspaper. So that then Maharaj asked few questions, and in reply they sent a BTG. So, but in the BTG, the feature article was something about prasadam. So the main cover page was, featuring some dishes. So Maharaj thought this is vegetarianism. So Maharaj did not read that book. So next year, Maharaj again asked the same question when the same advertisement had come. Then they again sent this magazine, some other magazine. Then Maharaj read both the magazines. Then he connected to the local ISKCON center. And then Maharaj joined ISKCON in 1982. And from then on, Maharaj has been serving in various roles. So I was just reading in what all capacities Maharaj had been serving. So there are huge services which Maharaj has lived and led. So Maharaj is, we all know that Maharaj is initiating spiritual master in ISKCON. Maharaj has also been GBC for West Africa. He has been preaching in Africa, Brazil, Mauritius, India, Seychelles, and United States. And he has led farm communities in Ghana and Nigeria. Also, Maharaj is known for his gravity, humility, and he has very great dedication to teaching our spiritual texts. And he has taught Bhakti Shastri and Bhakti Vaibhav courses at VIHE and Mayapur also. So we are very delighted to hear from you, Maharaj, today. And I remember at one of the Navdeep Mandal Parikramas, you had asked a question about how Satyabhama and the queens of Krishna were talking with Draupadi. And you had asked who knows that which place they had had this discussion. So I was there, and when I told that it was in Kurukshetra, you were very delighted. And I am very happy today. It's from Kurukshetra. We are talking to, we are hearing from you. So thank you very much, Maharaj, for giving us time today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for giving me the chance to associate with all of you. So, Namo Vishnu Hare Krishna Krisaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamani. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharani Namaste Sasanya Vadi Pasata Desa Tarini. Om Gyana Timirandasya Gyanam Janaksalakti Chakshulanmanitam Janatasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sabitam Jana Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamani Bhakti Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. So we are happy to be with all of you this afternoon. We'll be discussing love and cooperation from this spiritual connection. We begin from Krishna's quotation from Bhagavad Gita. Advishta Sharava Bhutanam Maitra Karuna Evacha Nirmamo Nirahankara Samadukha Sukha Shama Sami Santushta Shatatan Yogi Yatatma Dridha Nishtaya. Mayarpita mano budir. Yo mad bhakta samepya. One who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor, and is freed from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination. His mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mind is very dear to me. We want to be dear to somebody in this world. Every one of us wants to be dear to somebody. And there can not be any better person for us to repose our affection completely to than Lord Krishna. Many people get disturbed and frustrated, and they try to commit suicide because they feel nobody loves them. But here Lord Krishna is telling us, if nobody is there, and nobody will be there, as far as this material world is concerned, the only person that is there is Krishna and his devotees. What is missing in our relationship, that it is a disappointment, has been clearly mentioned by Krishna here. The first qualification Krishna mentioned here is adoshta. Adoshta. Non-envious. A devotee should not be envious of anyone. Or anything. This is the first qualification Krishna mentioned, to be non-envious. This item is very, very important. Very, very important. A society of non-envy. Non-envy. A society where there is no envy. That is a spiritual world. The spiritual world is where there is no envy. Everyone is in harmony with Krishna. So Lord Krishna wants us to understand this. To go to him, we need to be free from envy. Adoshta, Sarvatanam, to all living entities, all living entities, and you should be friendly, Maitra, Maitra, and very, very merciful, Karuna, Karuna, very, very merciful to all living entities. Very, very, very merciful. So merciful to all, kind to all living entities. Nirmamo, nirmama, nirmama, nirahankara. One who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego. Nirmama, nirahankara. He is equal, samadukha, sukha, sami. One who is equal, there is difficulty, there is pleasure, but what is equal to both? Not just one-sided. Krishna did not say one who is always happy is dear to me, or one who is full of distress is dear to me. He said one who is equal to both happiness and distress is equal. It's equal to, very dear to Krishna. These qualifications Krishna have mentioned here. As a mirror, we have a mirror to see our faces. With a mirror to see the heart, to see what is there in the heart, in the mind. The scripture is the mirror. The scripture. So Krishna is showing us the mirror. This is what happened when we take Bhagavad. It's a mirror to show where we are. Yes. One who is tolerant, always satisfied, santushta, satatan yogi, self-controlled, and is engaged in devotional service with determination. Jita atma dridha nishchaya. Dridha nishchaya. With determination. The mind and intelligence fixed on Krishna. The mind and intelligence is fixed on Krishna. Krishna said, "You mad bhakta." Such a devotee of mind is Krishna's object of affection. Seeing the determination, sincerity, and seriousness of the Prachetas. Shiva saw the determination, he saw the seriousness, and he also saw the sincerity. This quality, Shiva saw them in the Prachetas. They are friendly. They're very, very friendly. They're very, very friendly. Although they're individuals, although they are individuals. Individual means what we have a different propensity, we have different likes, we have different dislikes, we have our different mood altogether, but they were friendly, despite the fact that they have these differences. The Prachetas were friendly. They have a mutual understanding. Because of the mutual understanding, Lord Shiva could notice that. So he appeared before them. Lord Shiva appeared before them. Because he's happy. Wherever there is love and cooperation, that environment will attract divinity. All the pure soul will be attracted to such a place, including the Supreme Personality of God of Christ. So Lord Shiva, who is the best of the devotees of Krishna, Lord Shiva appeared before the Prachetas. Just to guide them. The good fortune of meeting a bona fide guru arises in our lives, when we are ready for it. When we are prepared for elevation in Krishna consciousness, the guru certainly appears. Hence, the question should never be, where is Krishna? Where is Guru? The question should be, where are we? Are we ready for Krishna? This question should ask us, where are we in Krishna consciousness? We should not ask, where is Krishna? Because if we are Krishna conscious, Krishna will be present. You don't need to search for him. You don't need to run here and there. Just stay where we are, and Krishna will meet us. Lord Krishna, as a super soul, is present in each and every living entity's heart. When he sees that a devotee is ready, he sends his guru to appear in the scene to train the disciple and bless him. That is natural. It is natural. Not only Krishna, even the part and parcel of Krishna does this, that we naturally get affected to someone who cares for us. When he sees that the devotee is ready, he sends the guru who appears on a mission to train the disciple and send him or her back to Krishna. It's a teamwork. It's not one-sided effort. It's a teamwork. Like you have in the material, the sales representative will distribute the good of the company he represents. So the guru representing Krishna is representing Krishna. Therefore, he will train the disciple to be qualified and they are sent back to Krishna, whom he represents. That's the destination of a bona fide disciple. Everything we need in Krishna consciousness is always available at all times. The only issue is that either we are not ready to receive it, or we are not conscious enough to understand how it is being made marvelous to us, have been made available to us. Made available to us. When Krishna sees the devotee is eager to come to me, Krishna gives all the necessary qualifications, all the necessary thing we need. How does Krishna do that? Now, Krishna Krishna will start putting the devotee in a situation or the environment that will help him or her achieve the goal. Krishna does this regularly to all the devotees, all the devotees. We see here one example with Lord Shiva and the Procetus. They didn't call for Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva appeared on his own accord, knowing fully well that he needed something to go back to Godhead. He brought it. Now the Muni, the same thing. Although he is also a victim. But after his realization, after becoming an unalloyed devotee, no more subjugated to the laws of materialism. He has nothing to worry. Nothing, absolutely nothing to worry. So we need cooperation. We need to cooperate with Krishna. If you want to be successful, you want to be promoted to the spiritual world, you need to cooperate with the gurus and the Krishna, with our activities, with our voice. Krishna see our involvement. He will give all the necessary. That will help the devotee to come to him. And there's so many of Krishna's helpers, so many people Krishna has sent to help us. It's a matter of discovering them. Or if we are very, very serious, they will identify themselves to us. This is Krishna's nature, and it is the nature of his pure devotees. And they do the same thing. Krishna never leaves anyone alone. No one is alone. No one. There's no one is alone. In the whole entire universe, no one is alone. We have so many helpers who are waiting. We simply need to cooperate with Krishna out of love. No one is alone. Many helpers are waiting. Many. What is the significance of our Dut Brahmana having 24 spiritual masters? Having 24 spiritual masters means he's very eager to get Krishna's message. He's eager. Therefore, he is ready to pay any price to get it. Ready to pay any price. Due to ungratefulness, we become blind to this truth and miss opportunity that come our way by the divine arrangement of Krishna to help us make spiritual advancement. Ungratefulness. We're not grateful to Krishna. We're not grateful to Krishna. We are simply finding fault, looking for many things to talk about. The main reason why we are finding fault is we are trying to avoid the necessity. We are trying to avoid the necessity. This is surrender. We're trying to avoid what is necessary, what should be done. So we're criticizing. Because by criticizing, we will hide our nonsense. But we have not seen someone who has become successful yet. Because Christian follow his devotees. If you're a Christian conscious person who has jobs, he's never be affected, he's not affected by anything in this world. The very purpose of creation is to facilitate the meeting of a sincere disciple and a bona fide guru. So it is not just a bona fide a disciple who is an issue of a bona fide guru. A bona fide guru is also in search of a bona fide guru is also in search of a bona fide disciple. Both has to be bona fide. Both. The guru has to be bona fide, because if he's not bona fide, he's not going to deliver anything. He's bona fide because he's fixed in the Christian lotus feet. In everything about him, it is for Krishna. Bona fide guru need a bona fide disciple also. It has to be a good combination, because if he's a bona fide guru and there's no bona fide disciple, what would he do? So both has to be there, bona fide guru, bona fide disciple. As we want a bona fide guru, the guru also wants a bona fide disciple. The disciple who he can send them on his behalf to execute some difficult task. Yes. We saw this example with Sanatan Swami, Sarabhama Bhattacharya. To show this example. Example is the bona fide disciple, bona fide guru. Sri Chaitanya Prabhu was bona fide, and Sanatan Goswami was bona fide. The meeting produces miracle. Produces miracle. That Lord Chaitanya Prabhu was able to give everything to Sanatana Goswami. He gave everything to Goswami. So he could represent him perfectly. Dhira Maharaj also was very determined, very determined, very, very determined. I will get only Krishna. I must get Krishna. I must get Krishna. I'm here for Krishna. If we make this a solemn declaration, and follows it up, will see the miracle of Krishna instantly. So we saw that with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we saw that with Sanatana. We also saw the same thing between Gurudeva Goswami and Maharaja Parikshit. Parikshit, Maharaj simply heard what is full attention, befitting a bona fide disciple. What benefit is Sushama? The divine instruction he gives represents him. And what happened in that relationship? Miracle took place. So Gurudeva Goswami was able to speak the Bhagavad because his disciple was bona fide. He is bona fide. The disciple was bona fide. It was transcendental flow of Krishna Bhakti. Krishna's teachings. A miracle took place, and Sukadeva Goswami confessed to his Krishna master, Gurudev, you have planted Krishna in my heart. Therefore, I'm not afraid of the magical creation of the Brahmana boy. Whatever he has created, let it come up on me immediately. I don't care because I have attained success. So the snake biting, like Parishima has left the body a long time before the snake bites. And then also we saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking only 9 topics. In the Admarama base, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke only 3. So he told Sanatana Goswami, when Sanatana Goswami requested him to teach him, he said, I do not remember. I cannot remember what I spoke to Sarabhava. But Bramhacharis is very peaceful. That is the benefit of cooperation. There's love and cooperation. There will be sweet relationship between the disciple and the social master. The relationship is very sweet. Yes. So it is not just a bona fide disciple who is in touch of yes. We are always talking about bona fide guru, but we are not talking about bona fide disciples. So we should talk about bona fide disciples. Because if you have a bona fide guru and we are not bona fide, nothing will work. Things will work nicely if we disciples are bona fide. A guru is bona fide. That's a good combination. and to produce a wonderful result. Pure love of God. Pure love of God. There is no anxiety about it. Pure love of God. All right, Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, can you take question answers now?
Yes.
Questions.
Yes.
Those who have questions can ask.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you
Hare
for
Krishna.
wonderful discussion, Maharaj. So as you were mentioning about that the perfect combination is when spiritual master is also bona fide and the disciple is also bona fide, and that will
Yes.
produce miracles. So it's a great fortune that we have bona fide spiritual master. So how can we become bona fide disciples? And so that actually my main question is how can we become bona fide
Yes.
disciples?
Good question. Thank you. Thank you. It's important because we are looking for bona fide guru, but we forget that we should also be bona fide. So it's important for us to understand how to become a bona fide disciple. First of all, number one thing to do, the first thing we should do is to become a bona fide disciple, we should remove duplicity from our dealings. Duplicity should be off from our dealings. In a relationship we have with the spiritual master, should be without duplicity, to be free from duplicity. Straightforwardness. It's straightforward in our dealings. So we should not do anything which you cannot explain to the spiritual master. If he asks, what are we doing? We should be able to tell him that, yes, this is what I do. This is what I am. It will be very, very easy for the spiritual master to help us. Just like if a criminal tells the lawyer the truth, the lawyer is going to defend him in the court. So spiritual master is going to defend us before Krishna, is going to present it to Krishna. So it is better for us to be loyal to him. That's another point. Loyalty is required. Without duplicity is required. So free from duplicity. So we should be loyal to the spiritual master. Loyalty means that we are obedient. Yes, we are obedient to his order, his teachings. Why should I have a spiritual master if I'm not loyal, if I'm not obedient? Why should I have? Proper rules. We should not have a spiritual master for fashion. And Bhagavatam is a Tasma Guru Papa Deta Gyasu Sreya Uttamam. We should be inquisitive. We should be inquisitive to know by asking submissive questions. Submissive questions. If our questions are submissive, without duplicity, we are loyal. We are ready to do service. What kind of service? Devotional service which will touch the heart of a Guru and Krishna. That devotional service which will touch their hearts must be rendered without expectation. No expectation. And without reservation. As Prabhupada said, in full surrender. without false prestige. Service should be rendered as like a menial servant without false prestige. These are Srila Prabhupada's words in his purport. In the Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that disciples should live in the ashram of the spiritual master for his benefit. That means we are living there to serve him. We don't have our independence. Our independence is given to the spiritual master. That will bring loyalty. If these qualities are not there, we will not be a bona fide disciple. So bona fide disciple, these are qualifications. Whatever the spiritual master say, do this. We say yes, and we do it just because we want to satisfy him. I always remember a perfect devotee who embodies all these qualities. Lord Hanumanji. It is said that Hanuman does not know. If you ask Hanuman, what is today? What is today's date? What is this? What is that? Hanuman he does not know. The only thing he knows is Ram Chandra, Sitaram. That's the only thing Hanuman knows. Nothing enters his ear except Sitaram. That is Hanumanji. That's a bona fide disciple. He knows nothing but the instructions of his spiritual master. And in Bhagavatam we hear that Prithu Maharaj carried the instruction of his spiritual master, his guru, on his head. Means what? He executed. He carried the order of Krishna on his head. Means he executed. The Prabhupada carried the order of his guru on his head. He executed it. That's bona fide. Said. And Prabhupada, and we can see other bona fide acharyas. We can see. I have mentioned Hanuman also. Bona fide. This is how we become bona fide. If we have our own plan, we cannot be bona fide. So our plans must be in agreement with Guru and Krishna's plans. No independence. Our independence is given to the Guru. My spiritual master prayed to Krishna like that. My dear Lord Krishna, I have observed that my free will and independence are causing me trouble. Therefore, I am willingly submitting them at your feet, begging you to please manage my free will and my independence for me, because I don't know how to use them. Bona fide. Please manage my free will and my independence, because I don't know how to manage them. And because I don't know how to manage them, they are causing my problems. These days, in this point, we are hearing independence, women independence, women independence. In Hare Krishna, hearing women independence. It's very dangerous. All right, Prabhu.
Thank you, Maharaj.
It makes sense?
Yes, Maharaj.
All right.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, as you
Hare
were
Krishna.
mentioning, thank you Maharaj for your wonderful class. Maharaj, as you were mentioning that here Krishna is saying that one should remain equal in happiness and distress both. So
Hmm.
how can we maintain this? Whenever there is happiness, we become elated. When there is distress, we become discouraged. So how to remain steady?
Yes. In Bhagavad Gita 2:15, Krishna is talking about Amrutatvoya Kalpati. Eligibility for liberation. The qualification for us to become liberated is to be equal to both happiness and distress. How do we attain that? How do you attain to that stage? To attain to that stage requires discipline. Discipline or sadhana. Strong sadhana. Strong sadhana. Strong sadhana is very, very important because strong sadhana brings empowerment. Empowerment means what? We are invested with extra energy from Krishna. Krishna's representatives. We invested with energy, strong, extra energy to overcome all dualities. All dualities. Strong sadhana. What is strong sadhana? What is strong sadhana? No discussion in class. No discussion during japa. No discussion. No cell phone during japa. No cell phone during japa. No cell phone in the class. No management in the class on japa. Absent. Like Mahatma Prabhu said, when I chant, I chant. That is japa. When we are in service, we're in service. We're considering this is my chance to get Krishna's mercy, to get Guru's mercy. This is my chance. Therefore, we put our best into it without reservation. When it is time to study, we study scrutinizingly for scriptures. We hear attentively and we apply what we have heard. Strong sadhana. We don't waste time. Don't waste our time. We take full advantage of the mercy Guru and Krishna are providing. We take full advantage. What is that? The time for hearing. This is a chance for me to get purified. It's a chance for me to get the message Krishna wants to tell me through the speaker. Whoever is speaking, doesn't matter. If we are serious, Krishna will speak something that we need to hear for our own personal advancement from the speaker, even without the ability of the speaker. If he's sitting there representing, and we are very, very eager to hear, Krishna will send something to the speaker for us. I've told you many times. Any class I attend, I must get something. No matter how bad the class may be, I must get something. It's very important. All right.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you Maharaj for your wonderful lecture. In the beginning, Maharaj, you were telling about the qualification, and there you mentioned tolerance. And also you had a very nice seminar on tolerance. So I just wanted to know, as a sadhaka, how we can imbibe tolerance in a way that we can bring love and cooperation.
Yes. First of all, we should know that we have to tolerate even ourselves, even if we don't have to tolerate somebody, but we should tolerate ourselves because we are not perfect. Because we are not perfect, the things which we need to do for our own selves, we will not do it perfectly. So therefore, we have to tolerate ourselves. That's how important tolerance is. We have to tolerate even the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he's not going to respond the way we want. He is going to respond according to his situation, how he knows best our situation and what is necessary, what is required for our success. He knows, but we don't know. So we have to tolerate him, waiting for his mercy. We have to tolerate it. We have to tolerate our own senses that are very, very disturbing. We have to tolerate it. Our senses are disturbing, not even the senses of other people. Our own senses. Look at the trouble the mind. The mind victimizes us every day. Our intelligence, our senses, they do this. We want to hear about what time, but the body tells us that it's weak, it's tired. How to tolerate that? Want to chant, a man doesn't want to chant. Want to go and engage in frivolous activities. How to tolerate that? In all circumstances, there's a need to tolerate. So we need knowledge to understand this. That's the first thing. We need knowledge to understand the importance of tolerance and why we should be intolerant. If we are not tolerant, we miss everything and we cause a lot of trouble for ourselves. So knowledge is required. As I repeat it, if we are not tolerant, we will miss everything that we need. And we will cause a lot of trouble for ourselves and others. So if we tolerate, it will save us from so many unnecessary problems. So many unnecessary problems. Many. For example, if you don't tolerate winter, what will you do? Or now is summer. If you don't tolerate summer, what will you do? Can any one of us say, bring back winter? This is summer now in India. Can anyone bring back winter? If you want winter, you have to wait till November. December, January, February. But now it's summer. You cannot bring it back. So what will we do? We simply have to tolerate. This is intelligence. And this intelligence comes through knowledge. When we have knowledge to understand this, we can start practicing tolerance. Okay, I should wait for some time, let it go. Because I cannot change it anyway. And if you try to change it, it will complicate this issue. So we need knowledge to understand this. How to tolerate ourselves, how to tolerate others, because they are tolerating us, so we have to tolerate them also. They are tolerating a lot. Just ask a good brother, a colleague, when we stay together in the room, how much they feel inconvenience in their heart. Talk about behavior, you'll be surprised. And so, but why are you keeping quiet? Because they're tolerating us. So we also have to tolerate others as they're tolerating us. This is nature's law. If you don't tolerate, what will you do? Anything we do will be problem, not a solution. It will never be a solution, but trouble. Therefore, every intelligent person should learn how to tolerate. Why? It is temporal, it's not permanent. Second, it is punishment for us. All the reverses we have in life, it is punishment, chastisement for us because of our sinful nature. You have to tolerate it for it to go. For example, you have a wound and it's eating you. You have to tolerate it because if you scratch it, it will expand. It will not get healed. When the wound starts to get healed, the symptom of the wound getting healed is itching. No wound will just get healed like that without itching. So if you want the wound to get healed, tolerance. That is the only solution. You can't do otherwise. If you scratch it, it will expand. So it is necessary to tolerate. So those who are wise, they are tolerant. And because it's so important, Krishna told us to tolerate. Like Krishna mentioned here also, tolerance. Advishta Sharva Bhutanam Maitra Karuna Evacha Girimamunira Hankara Samadukha Shukha Shami Santushta Satatam Yugi Jadat Majita Nishchaya Mayarpita Mano Budiri Yomad Bhakta Same Priya. In material world, nobody wants to be patient. No one wants to be tolerant. Everybody wants to run. But see, as we are running, what is the benefit? We are simply increasing the problem. So better to tolerate. And tolerance does not mean we are simply keeping quiet because we cannot fight the person. That is not tolerance. Tolerance means we're not planning for revenge. We are simply accepting it as part of the thing that we need to do to get purified. All right.
Yeah, thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, Krishna mentions so many qualities in Bhagavad Gita in 12th chapter. And by reading those qualities, we see that I am nowhere to attain this quality. And then how could we be hopeful that ultimately we could attain these qualities, because these are the necessary qualification to go to Krishna, to go to spiritual world. And
yes,
going in a spiritual world.
Yes, thank you. Krishna did not mention this quality to frighten us. That is not the idea. When will I control my ego? Oh, how many lifetimes it will take me to be free from envy? How many lifetimes? How many years? No, Krishna's intention is not to frustrate, not to disappoint us. Krishna's intention is to help us see what we need to do. And it is said that the journey of 1,000 kilometers begins with one step. Begin with one step. First step, not two, not three, not 10. Begin with one. And tolerate the time. And eventually it will be there. Provided while we are waiting, we are active, we are fully involved in Krishna Bhakti, practicing Bhakti. Don't forget, we already mentioned that serious sadhana brings empowerment. If we are practicing without duplicity, we are practicing without envy, we are practicing with envy or without envy. If we are practicing sincerely, all these qualities, Krishna will make them manifest. So please, we should not look at the long-term goal. It may look very difficult. We should look at the short-term goal also. So before Krishna started mentioning this, the same chapter 12, before Krishna started mentioning all these things, don't forget in test 8, he has given us a long-term goal. And Krishna is being the supreme person who knows everything. He started breaking them down to make it a short term. He gave the long term, and then he started breaking them down to short term. So don't get disappointed, get frustrated. Oh, this is too long. Where will I get there? So it is a short-term goal which we should engage ourselves. We should start practicing. If you do our sadhana nicely every day, surely Krishna will promote us to this level. That is certain. Does it make sense?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
All right.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. In
Hare
cases when there are conflicts between devotees regarding service to Krishna, so many times both devotees feel that this is the right way to serve Krishna, and there are conflicts. So how do we resolve it, and how do we know that we are not doing anything wrong? It's not our personal desire, it's desire to serve Krishna. How do we ensure that?
Very good question. There is something which we need to understand that is going on in our movement. This is international organization. It's an international movement. It means that it is not sectarian. It means not limited to geographical consideration, time and space. But in the course of practicing, we have seen. I have a different mood. Maybe I like preaching, so I'm going to emphasize preaching. You like book distribution, you're going to preach, emphasize more on the book distribution. This one like college. He's going to talk about the college preaching. This one like deity worship. He's going to talk so much about deity worship and importance. This one, Elias counsel. You're going to, but yes, all these things are very, very important. They are all different limbs of the organization. All of them. Therefore, as we are doing what we are comfortable with, so the dirty worship issue. You're comfortable with that in Christian consciousness, devotional service, and you are facing that. We should know that we should not limit the movement to only deity worship. We shouldn't. We should not also limit devotees to this particular department alone. We should know this, and we shouldn't do it. We should know that this is just one aspect of the movement or one system practice. We have 9 limbs of bhakti. It is not just one, it is 9 limbs of bhakti. Therefore, we should give room to the remaining 8. That means we should appreciate and encourage others also to know that what they are doing, it is wonderful, it is expected, it is necessary, and should be done, and it should all collectively put them together. So when there is a deity department, there is a Sankirtan department, there is this, all the departments are cooperatively working, putting our energy into all this, our area of likeness. It will make the whole. So we shouldn't forget that it's an organization, it's a movement, international as it is. So we should not narrow it to a particular field which I'm comfortable with. So we are making divisions. And forgetting that we shouldn't make the division. The division is already made by Krishna and his pure devotees. We simply function in and let the whole be complete. But our different ingredients, the electrical fittings, the kitchenwares, and the deities, and everything comes together to make the whole. Therefore, we said unity in diversity. Unity in diversity. Today we have diversity and there's no unity because we fail to understand that this movement is a body and we are all part of this body and we should contribute sufficiently to keep the body. And the legs not deny the head not deny the leg, the arms not deny other senses, neither the stomach. Because one is not complete, the whole 4 is complete. Does it make sense, Prabhu?
Yes, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Maharaj.
So we should know this is a unit. And we all have to contribute. And we're all very important. What will happen to the temple if every devotee goes on Sankirtan? Every devotee goes on Sankirtan. And then you come back to the temple. There is no deity, there is no prasad. Will you go the next day?
No, Maharaj.
So we don't go the next day. Yeah, because there's no food in the stomach. How are you going to, where's the energy to preach? So we should know that all of us are important put together. So we should contribute. All right?
Yes, Maharaj. Maharaj, one last question from our side is, like you would have to travel so much across countries, and you would have seen all the challenges which come in service. So, what would be your advice to us in terms of principles to take care for the long journey, that we should take care right from the start in our spiritual life, especially uh, practicing Krishna consciousness, serving Krishna in the renounced order.
Thank you, Professor. In my life, what I have seen in my life. A devotee pointed it to me. I didn't see it before, but a devotee pointed it out to me. Then I started seeing it. In my life, I have seen how the need of consistency, being consistent. And I was also mentioning in one lecture how one of the ways to see Krishna's bona fide nature, being the supreme, is that he is very, very consistent. In everything, he is consistent. Everything. So consistency, and Krishna mentioned this also in Bhagavad Gita 14:26. Yes, consistent as a big challenge. So I am the same anywhere, every time. Anywhere. Anytime. I do what I do anywhere, every time. Anywhere, every time. I never change. Oh, one day, today, no, Mangarati. Oh, I didn't take care of my deities. I'm very sick. I'm very late. Nothing. No, zero. Sleep in a hotel, sleep in a temple, sleep in a house. The same time I wake up, the same time, anywhere. Come what may, winter or summer. The same time, anywhere. The same anywhere. Always available to attend to devotees' concerns, anywhere. The same, anywhere. I'm facing all challenges at this because I know that I depend on my spiritual master. I depend on Krishna. So my problems are their problems. The only thing I do is to remain loyal to them. I try to be loyal to them. This is what I'm trying just to be, just to be loyal, and I keep to all the disciplines that are required in Krishna consciousness. I keep to them. I know I'm very, very prayerful. I pray a lot to my spiritual master, to Krishna. A lot every day. Prayer. I have not one day thought it's going to be different from my property. I've never seen it's going to be separate from my property, being my property. I see this is my property. This is how I see it. So you cannot steal from yourself. You cannot abuse. Yes, sir. Of course, many people do it in material world by taking alcohol. They are abusing themselves. They are committing violence to themselves. But in reality, nobody does that. They're doing that foolishly in ignorance. If they know, they will not do it. So if ISKCON is my property, how can I cheat? How can I abuse it? How can I add contrarily? This is how I feel. This is my mindset. I don't see this as okay, this is a religion I join. I know this is a life I should live. Does it make sense?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you very much, Maharaj. It was very inspiring also.
This is my mindset. I'm sharing because you asked me. I will abuse you when I don't see you to be important to me. You are not part of me. You are different. So, okay, you are useless. But if you are part of me, how can I abuse you? How can I misuse you? How can I act below? How can I do otherwise? That does not exist. Thank you for giving me a chance to share with all of you.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. It was very, very inspiring to hear from you after a long time. And we are very grateful you took out time for us. And we'll definitely would like to serve you by following your instructions. And we'll also try to hear from you in the future also. Thank you, Maharaj. His Holiness
I
Bhakti
am
Sri
happy.
Damodara Swami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. 𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐬. Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.